have to keep true to yourself.
Yeah. Right, we're with Ricky Richards TV today, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So Ricky, you've been doing YouTube for what, like 2 years now?
Yes.
Yeah. So what inspired you to get on and start it?
You know, my true inspiration came from actually watching other YouTubers, because I was thinking about it for a good year, and I was like, it's not my thing, I don't really want to do it. And I was watching I think it was Timothy the Ghetto.
Let's be best friends, you know what I'm saying?
He's been doing it for like 5-6 years. I was watching what he was doing, what he was like thinking and how he carries himself, and I was like, yo, this is something that I want to do. And I was thinking to myself, there's not a lot of people out there that do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that right there was literally to why I started the YouTube
Yeah,
page.
so you felt there was like a gap
Oh,
you could fill.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? There's so many male YouTubers out there, especially from London, the UK. But when I first started doing it, no one really kind of did what I believed in, especially when it comes to fashion, when it comes to advice.
Because there aren't many male sort of YouTubers that do fashion advice. Sort of, they mainly do like comedy
Or pranks.
Or pranks, the usual sort of thing. So where did you want your channel to sort of go when you started? What was your main aim for it?
Do you know what? I didn't have an aim. And you know what? Today I still don't have an aim. I just want to do one thing. If my channel can grow in the most organic and like genuine way as it possibly can, then I'm happy with it. I mean, when someone says to me, Ricky, where would you see yourself in 5 years' time? I would say, I have no idea when I see myself. As long as I'm keeping doing what I'm doing, and people that are around me that get inspired, or any influences around me that makes like a positive impact on their life, I will continue to do it. People like the whole linear kind of story. Say for example, Ricky Richards TV put a video up today at 6 PM. It's going to be an advice video. Let's go check that out. And which is great, and I love the consistency of that. But sometimes I feel I want to mix up in the sense that I would do advice one week, I look book the next week, and then possibly a short visual the week after. And sometimes it confuses people, but I'm like, hell man, life is way too short to keep to one thing.
You've done a few short films and you're currently working on
a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done 2 right now, because there's 3 parts.
Yeah.
The first was Lost in Translation, the second was Existent, so one was over in Toronto, one was back in London, and my third one is going to be either LA or Tokyo. And I mean, people say, what's the substance to it? And what it is, it's basically a personal journey, you could say. Sometimes fiction is good, but I feel that when it comes to realism, and people want me to be in it.
Yeah.
So the third part's going to be, the first part was me finding who I am,
Yeah.
especially on YouTube. The second was that a continuation of what I'm doing on YouTube. And the third thing is that where I've started and where I've gone and where I'm going to.
So what are your plans for the future? I mean, you're going travelling tomorrow.
True.
So
Yeah.
what are your plans when you come back?
When I come back, I'm gonna literally keep on doing what I want to do and keep on this journey I'm on with the whole YouTube.
Yeah.
Because there is so much like unfinished or unreleased stuff that I have in the pipeline that I haven't released yet. So going over to where I'm going traveling is gonna be, again, a start to end of this year to next year, and I'm not going to stop to anything.
Well, I guess you could change, because going out travelling, you're going to get a lot of inspiration for other videos.
I love the fact that I can immerse myself in different cultures and different people's like visions and stuff. So when I especially go over to Tokyo, I mean, that right there is crazy.
Yeah.
So I know when I go over there, I want to continue that, but bring that kind of flavor back to the UK.
But at the moment, you're just doing your advice videos. Are you thinking of doing any more fashion-related videos?
For sure. I mean, I dipped for a while and I stopped doing them. Because when it comes to fashion videos, I mean, so many people can have products and be like, yo, buy this, blah, blah, blah. But if they don't believe it and they're not behind it, then I say to myself, are you really keeping true to yourself?
Yeah.
So when I come back, I mean, I'm going to do more videos, especially when it comes to seasonal lookbooks.
Yeah.
And not specifically key pieces, but I have so many ideas I want to do, but it's just creating that, or generating that vision and putting it onto my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But when I come back, hands down, like I've got loads to come.
Obviously, you go travelling quite a lot and you're going to Tokyo. Where would you say your favourite place has been that you've visited so far?
I've been very fortunate enough to travel for a while, but for me, it has to be Vancouver or Toronto. Just because when I was over in Canada, there's this like underlying vibe you can't really explain, but it felt right to me, especially over in Toronto. I lived on Queen West, which is like downtown equivalent to London, and the vibe there was crazy. So for me right now it's Toronto.
You're doing a YouTube channel and you're doing other stuff at the moment. What is it you like to do when you have a lazy day and a day to yourself?
I just watch too much TV. I just watch too much Sopranos. That's what I seriously do. No, honestly, with a day off, I spend as much time with my family because I never got a chance to spend like I used to growing up, so I moved out at a young age. So I would literally spend days with my sister or my mum, or I probably scroll through Tumblr like a weirdo all day, and that's pretty much it.
Because you sort of started to introduce YouTube to your family recently, haven't you? You sort of...
Yeah, and the weirdest thing is, before that I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to mum about YouTube and she's like, Ricky, so what do you do? And I was like, I sit there and make a video. And she goes to me, why? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, but why are you doing it? So, but recently, when I went back home for a little while, I'm actually understood the concept of it and what I'm trying to project to other people. So yeah, recently I done one with my mum and my brother and my sister. And at first it was a weird formality, but at the second time it was really cool.
Yeah.
And they're behind it now, man. So it's a really good feeling.
How would you describe your style and sort of how do you feel it's changed and any influences upon it?
Now, people ask me about my style all the time, and I don't really have a specific thing. I mean, all I can say is I think it's very clean, it's bold, it's simplistic. But I look back at some old pictures, man. I used to wear like a do-rag on my head. Like I said, I was a weirdo, man, and I've grown obviously with my age and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to influences, I don't really have a specific, you can say, a role model you look up to, or you think, yo, this is the dude. But I used to be really heavily into, like, I don't know if you know who he is, Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
He's in a few movies. Like, he's old.
Yeah.
And I had a massive thing for, like, I was really into Pharrell and stuff. But right now, I don't really have a specific idol, but I would just scroll through any kind of social stuff and I would cop what they wear. I think, oh, this is cool. But of course, with that, I would bring it to myself. That's what I normally get it from. So right now, it's Tumblr, I would say.
Your tattoos are obviously a big part of your style.
Yeah.
So, are there any favourites or any stories behind?
All my tattoos I have are all my favourites because there was a time in my life and there's a reason to why I got this particular tattoo. It always has a story, but my favourite, probably this one here, because my tattoo this is the first time you ever done this.
Yeah.
And this is called a mandala.
Yeah.
And it's specifically dot work, so it's no needle work, it's just all dots around. And when we first did this, I mean, the reason behind it and the journey explains, so like, I got this when I was going through a crazy time in my life. And it was a transitional period in my life, and I had this stamp because it made that I was growing into a better person. So I would say the most influence is that one there. Yeah. For sure.
Because obviously dot work seems to be your favourite sort of style of tattoo. I mean, Aaron, that's what he specialises in.
He does, yeah. I mean, at first, I didn't have a particular style. I mean, I used to get traditional. I was thinking about getting colours, but mine are all black and grey.
Yeah.
And then when I came across Aaron, and we're more than just friends now. And obviously, I really appreciate his work and what he believes in his own work. And when say for example, I did a tattoo with him and I would post it on social media, I wouldn't just do it for any kind of self-righteous purpose. I would do it because if people can grab any sort of inspiration from the piece and what it stands for, and I have it on myself, and that right there is a good positive means to why I get them what I do and other people.
So, any plans for any more tattoos?
Yeah, but don't tell my mum, man. So we're gonna finish off my stomach. I'm actually getting one tomorrow. I'm getting all my ribs done here, all the space here.
What are you thinking of getting? You've got it planned. So
yeah, it's Ganesh, but with an Aaron twist, you could say. That sounds crazy. What's left is my legs, then we're pretty much finished, I think. But I'm not getting my neck done.
I mean, you just say that about your hands before. You never sort of wanted your hands done, and then that.
Ah, man, you call me. So I did this one first, and we just did the face, and then I was like, oh man, it's not finished, and then we finished that one, and then literally 3 weeks later, I did that one.
What advice would you give to people who would like to start YouTube?
I would give one simple piece of advice, and it has stuck by me, and I say to everyone that I come across, is that especially nowadays when it comes to the internet life we live in, and people they portray themselves as someone that they're not, and I don't think that's the best way to live in this world. So if you're going to start a YouTube channel or a blog, whatever kind of social platform you want to do, you have to keep true to yourself. I know it seems like an easy answer, but because if you go on there trying to be someone you're not,
people will see through that straight away.
For sure, and it's materialistic.
Alright, well thanks for coming along today, Ricky. It's been really good speaking to you.
My pleasure.
And good luck for the future and have fun on your travels.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Let's go.
Got you. Yo guys, so you can find me at Ricky Richards TV on YouTube. My Instagram is Ricky Lee Richards. My Twitter is Ricky Richards TV. And lastly, my Tumblr is Ricky Lee Richards.
Good day, guys.